I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
Right, here's a topic that hasn't come up in a while. Actually, you remember not long after we first started, we often talked about our car spots or car stories or something like that from having a wander around, because that was our only little escape during lockdown.
Well, that was lockdown, wasn't it? That was the height of the first lockdown. So yeah, our daily walks for an hour was that was all we were doing. So.
That's it. So that morphed its way into stories from the school run.
Yes, it did.
And I got a fresh one for us.
Oh, take us back.
Yeah, so we got school run this morning. I was on duty for that. And today, at about 7:30, I looked out and it's like, well, that's just cold again, isn't it? Lovely.
We had hail this morning.
That
Great
is
thick things.
That's exactly what I was going to say. At about 7:30, all of the hail arrived.
It did here too.
And then you go, well, it's awfully chilly. So that's not going to go anywhere. And it didn't. But to be honest, the majority of it still hasn't. However, what that did do is really make for an entertaining school run, because we walked anyway. But it was funny watching the people in their cars.
Yeah, when you're not in one, it's hilarious.
Oh my God. And there was a real moment that just I was so happy. Just, really happy.
Yeah.
There was an array of small SUVs.
Well, I mean, there are. That's just because that's what's on the road.
That's on the road. But it's very prominent during the school run. But yeah, there was an array of them, all scrabbling for grip from their front-wheel drive cars.
They've not got four-wheel drive then.
No, funnily enough, no. All on their summer tyres.
Of course.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, slippy slidey out there.
That's right. So, and that gave me a chuckle anyway.
Yes.
They're all scrabbling for grip, and the occasional one bumping into one another. I mean, that's even funnier when they do it to themselves. That's.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy as a pig in the proverbial there.
Many a snapped number plate and cracked light lens. Yes.
Yeah. A low speed bump through utter incompetency.
And buying the wrong car.
Oh, it's utter silliness.
Yes.
Wrong car, wrong tyres, wrong everything, wrong speed, wrong, just no awareness, nothing.
No.
There was that sort of, a lot of them with the gung ho going, well, I've got no SUV, and off they go at full speed and go, right, well, it doesn't have four-wheel drive, but you're on summer tyres, and see, regardless of how your car is propelled, you're going too fast.
Yeah, it's not all about the car, it's how you drive it, isn't it?
That's right. So, I mean, that was hilarious. Only to be bettered in an instant by an infuriated driver in his Skoda Octavia VRS estate, who drove round all of them because he was driving at the correct speed and put winter tyres on his car.
There you go.
Absolute perfection. There you go. That's a man we can get on board with.
Yeah, that's our kind of chap. Yeah. He knows what he's doing. I mean, he's in a VRS for a start. So,
he's picked the correct Octavia. He's got himself an estate, and he's put the correct tyres on for the.
He's done everything correct there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and it was in a proper colour as well.
Oh,
so there you go. Honestly, well done. Hats off.
Top marks, and all the SUVs can get in the sea.
Exactly that.
Yes.
It was so fun. That really lifted it to another level. I was already happy.
Just a really cheerful start to the day.
Yeah. So that really cheered me up.
It was a bit dicey out there this morning.
It was. I'm glad it was just a stroll down this morning. It was bloody cold though, but there we go. Is what it is.
Was, but could have been worse.
It could have been. I tell you what would make it worse, like I tell you what, is me saying to Kaylee, do you know what? Like Christmas and like last weekend when I went away for, or was it last weekend? Weekend before when I went away for the car stuff. It's like, I really have consumed a lot. I said,
Yes.
you know what? I'm thinking of sort of, let's just rein it in a bit. You know, when you say that and you think, I could be quite self-regulating.
Yeah.
But that's been transformed now. Yeah, we've gone gung ho. So yeah, I'm getting a bit punchy towards the end of this week because I haven't had any of my chocolate, I haven't had any crisps, I haven't had anything that I would deem tasty treats. I mean, don't get me wrong, dinners have been fine. Oh God, I'm desperate for a snack.
But you're not off the beer as well, are you?
No, I've not been on it religiously, but I haven't stopped that. No, don't worry.
No, okay, good. Because I mean, there's punchy, and then they'll be out your tree. You'll get very angry.
Yeah, so I'm about there at the moment. I'm going right. Well, I've had all the nice things that I like sort of cut off. I mean, partly through my own decision, but I mean, I suppose me saying it is Kate again. Well, he said he wants to. I'm going to take away the temptation. Oh.
Yeah, you just said it. She's followed it up. That's the problem there.
Yeah, I mean,
you've got to be careful when you say these things.
Ultimately, it's a good idea, but oh God, I'm desperate.
Yeah, it is. It's not.
I just want a chocolate bar at this point.
Yeah, we want a nice little Mars bar.
That's it. And the temptation work as well. Going, I could just nip to the shop and get something tasty. But no.
See, when you're out the house and you're on your own schedule there, you could you could just nip out and sort that craving right out, couldn't you?
I had an orange.
Oh, a chocolate orange?
No, unfortunately, Terry was nowhere near it. Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, it's admirable, but yeah, not easy.
No. So if you set me off on a particularly venomous topic this evening, I might really go for it.
I don't think I've got anything that's likely to make you angry at this point.
I don't know. Well, we'll see.
I don't think so. I mean, I am looking for opinions in a couple of topics, but I don't think there's anything that's going to make you angry. No.
No. Okay, that's fine. All right then. Well, as my story from this morning cheered me up with SUVs bumping into one another and then someone in an estate car showing a man it's done. Yeah. Let me have a really subtle segue into another estate car, a new one coming next year apparently.
Oh, right.
This we've said it before, but we'll say again. Audi is probably not our favourite brand.
No, I don't think it's no. If we're looking for a car, we don't. It's not one of our go-to names, is it?
No. I think we might need to be changing our tune.
Okay.
Because it's been seen on the road. It's been tested at the moment in Germany, and they are. And it looks, I mean, other than the camouflage, it looks like it's ready. I'll send you a link in a sec. Okay. The new Audi A6 Avant electric, or e-tron, sorry.
Oh, yes, e-tron for their electrical range, yes. Ooh,
where's you? There's you.
There I am. Let's have a look at this bad boy then. Oh, hello.
Mm-hmm. And what colour are those wheels?
Oh, they appear to be silver.
Yes, not black. That's the phrase we're after.
Nothing wrong with black wheels. That's
so that's.
Ooh, look at that. That's a good-looking fellow, isn't it? I mean, I know it's got a bit of fakery and things on it, but
yeah, I mean, as soon as that comes off, we're going to be left with a real treat there, and it's a
proper estate car.
Yeah, and I mean, we've had rumours about BMW bringing out i5 touring.
Yes.
I don't know if I've seen any pictures of that, but I do worry about the visuals on that one. Whereas this one, I don't
particularly around the front. Yeah,
I don't have any worries with this one.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a distinct possibility, isn't it?
All right. No, I've found
and
some
all electric as well.
I found some spy shots actually of the supposed i5.
Oh, of the Beamer. Okay.
It's not superb around the front, but it's not as bad as you might think.
It's better than it might be, is it?
Let me send you that as well.
I was going to say, can you furnish me with a...
Yeah, it looks like the first photo in that slideshow is a rendering, but from there on is actual car.
Okay, let's have a look. Oh, yeah, no, that's okay. They seem to have reined in the grille a bit again.
Yeah.
I know there's a bit of camo wrap around that, but...
Yeah, but you can make out the outline of the grille, and I think...
Yeah, I think you can. The way the bar cuts across the number plates fastened to would suggest that they are returning to a more normal size grille. Not, of course, if it's electric, it needs a grille at all.
No,
but
quite.
It's a styling cue, isn't it? In fact, they look like they may even be just smooth black rather than an actual grille.
Yes. Yeah, they do.
That's fine. That's fine. It's part of the corporate ID. I get that.
Yeah. It's all about the kidneys.
Yeah. Well, yes, indeed. Interesting. So we may be in store for some hot EV estate action.
Cool. Wouldn't that be all right?
Oh, that would be glorious, wouldn't it? That's what we want.
Yeah.
We want a choice of electric estate cars. That actually is what we want.
That is what we want.
Actually is what we want, yes.
And it seems to be the Germans that are giving it to us, because we've got these two incoming. We've already got a Sport Turismo and a Cross Turismo from Porsche.
Porsche. I mean, they're a lot more expensive.
Yes, they're not in the obtainable bracket. But aside from that, we got the MG5.
Got the MG5, that's true, at the other end of the market. Yes, indeed. And that actually, the facelift of that makes it a really good looking car. Yeah, the original, I wasn't sure about. The current one, I think, is a really handsome beast.
Yep, they're all getting the hang of this. They're realizing that we might not want an electric toss box.
Exactly, or a proper estate car. Look at that. Yes, I massively approve of both of those. That's tremendous. I don't. If I had to choose between those two, obviously I've not seen the full finished thing yet. That would be a tough call, Audi or Beamer.
Based on those camo shots, I'd have to go Audi at this point.
Yeah, I think I probably would, but the Beamer is heavily camouflaged.
Yes, we will reserve judgment, and we'll come back to it, and we'll throw opinions around left, right, and centre without even going near them. That's how good we are here.
Oh, absolutely. We don't need deals from manufacturers or special arrangements with dealers. We'll render our opinions of never being within miles of the thing. Yes. Of course, if any dealers would like to lend us some,
Oh, feel free. Yeah.
We're open to doing it properly, but we don't have to.
No, this is true. But yeah, well, we would be objective. I mean, like I said last week, we would talking through the Model Y. I was quite objective about that. I wasn't a dick.
No, in fairness, you weren't. And you... you were quite upfront about the fact that you enjoyed it more than you thought you would. You didn't try and diss it or, put it down in any way. No, I thought that was a very fair review. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're in safe hands with Grandad, so there you go.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't have anything else to moan about, I don't think.
Do you not? Are you all done with your complaints for this week?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, brief ones. Yeah, they're not too bad. Yeah.
Good.
I suppose we should touch on an update, even though I know what it is, but maybe everyone else will be curious just to know how the Puma's moved along.
Oh, yes, I should just give a brief update on that. We still don't have it back. It is still with the garage. I haven't had an update from them because, of course, they're a garage. Obviously. So I'll be calling them tomorrow. I would have done it today, but I haven't had time. But I know from looking online that it still hasn't been MOT'd. So
that'll do it.
Guessing they're either waiting for the spring, which of course they wouldn't have had in because they weren't expecting to do that. So they could be waiting for the stock of that part, or maybe the rest of it's taking longer. I don't know. But I will hopefully find out tomorrow, and hopefully by this time next week we will have it back. But at the moment it has not returned. However, with the amount of salt that's now on the roads, I'm
probably for the best
to remain tucked up in a nice warm workshop somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, keep that under cover for another week. It's fine. Normality is restored over the weekend. It goes back to the normal drizzle.
Oh, we'll be fine then. I'll wash all that away. Yeah. All good. So yes, no change on that yet. It is being worked on, but it's not done yet.
Okay, it's worth checking.
We'll keep updating on that, and hopefully it will be back soon.
Cool. Right, what else you got for us
now then? Sam came home from school today, and it seems they did a lesson today on aerodynamics.
Really?
Now, from what he said, sounds like the teacher made a bit of an arse of it. However,
who'd have thought?
She was equating aerodynamics directly with speed. Well, of course, there's lots of other factors relating to, good aerodynamics will make a car go faster. Well, it depends on the car, doesn't it? It's not just about the aerodynamics. I mean, you put a big enough engine in it or a big enough battery and motor, you can make a brick go really fast. So
did Sam weigh in at all? Did he tell her that it was actually a fallacy that the Allegro was more aerodynamic going backwards than forwards?
Oh, I wish he had. No, I suspect he didn't. He did pick her up on one thing, though. That she was comparing to try and illustrate her poorly ill-conceived point. She was comparing the aerodynamics of a Formula One car with the aerodynamics of a Mini, and said that but of course you can't go racing in a Mini. You heard of a man called John Cooper at all?
Awfully big in his time.
The whole genesis of the Mini Cooper was racing.
Yeah, she's never seen touring cars. She's never heard of rallying.
No, apparently not. Anyway, this discussion continued when he got home, and I was busy at the time, so I didn't get involved in this conversation, but Dawn did, and she posed an interesting question, which I'm going to pose to you as well.
Okay.
So you've got, say, you've got a racetrack, just a simple oval racetrack, nothing fancy, okay, all nice and flat racetrack. You've got a Formula One car, any one of your choice, because I don't know any of them. So nice Formula One, I don't care either. Nice Formula One car, and this was the production car choice that she made, a Tesla Model S Plaid.
Okay.
So which one is both very aerodynamic but for different purposes? Which one is going to be faster around the track? That was the question she posed.
Well, it's going to be an F1 car.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And the Model S Plaid is clearly an extremely fast car. But I would suggest it would let itself down on the corners.
It would. Because what we talk about, what's the Plaid in terms of acceleration? You'll know the stats better than me.
0 to 60, I believe, is about a second.
That is quite swift.
That is fast. It's fast. 0.9, I think, is the figure they're quoting.
0.9. That's insane.
Yes, it
really?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The ones they've been putting around the Nürburgring are heavily customized. I don't know what they do. Same with the Porsche Taycan. That's heavily modified as well. But the ones the Model S Plaid you can buy in left-hand drive, I think they say less than a second, but I think it's about 0.9.
Okay, hang on. I'm just going to do a quick Google on this just to make sure, because we want to be coming at this with hard facts, don't we? And I've got 1.9 to 60. Is it?
Oh, I thought it was less than that. Perhaps I'm thinking of the Nürburgring one.
Oh, maybe. I mean, still not bad.
It's still quite, maybe, less than 2 seconds then. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, the Formula One car will annihilate it around a corner.
Yes.
Because it just will. The aero is way advanced.
But the Formula One car is made for one job. Yeah. Whereas the Model S Plaid is a production car. It has to work on the road. Yes.
I think to 60 it might edge it. The Plaid might edge it.
In a straight line from standstill, I reckon the Model S would be just about ahead.
I think it'd be fine. I think it would beat a Formula One car to 60, but from there on, no chance. Purely because it can put the power through four wheels for the initial getaway.
Yes, that's true. It's all-wheel drive. Yeah.
Which the Formula One car will be. They're a smidge over 2 to 60, but from there on, I don't think the Plaid could keep up, because I think it's just that initial blast. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had all sorts of cars over the years, and I don't think there would be anything that could get close enough. I mean, not even like the Veyron in its day, because it all comes down to that weight at that point.
Yeah, no, the Veyron wasn't that fast. No. I mean, it was fast. It wasn't that fast. The Nürburgring one is 1.9 seconds to 60 as well. I obviously made up 0.9.
Okay.
But
that's all right. We'll lay off.
Yeah,
but still,
right.
It's
still blinking fast. Yes.
Yeah, I think it would have it. It would have your Formula One car to 60, but from there on, I'm afraid it's lost. I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There was much discussion on this, but it was a far more meaningful discussion than happened in the classroom, I believe.
Yeah, well, because there's too many things to factor in.
There is.
I mean, we've taken into account.
Say a more aerodynamic car will be faster. It depends on, like as you say, all sorts of factors.
Well, we've got four-wheel drive versus two-wheel drive. We've got weight difference. We've got tire difference.
Yes. Well, the Formula One car would be on slicks, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you could put slicks on the Model S as well, I suppose, but it wouldn't have.
No, it wouldn't have. But and even then, no matter how fancy a tire you put on it, it's not going to be up to Formula One tire standard.
No, it's not. But as you say, the Model S is going to put the power down through four wheels. The Formula One car isn't. It does. It depends on so many different things.
Yes.
Just being aerodynamic is not enough to guarantee speed.
No, that's it. And I'm assuming science teacher.
Oh yeah.
Back to school with that one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, afraid so. Well, even when she said you can't go racing in a Mini, even Sam knew that was bobbins.
Absolute nonsense.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Sounds like me and you need to go up there and give a talk.
Maybe we do. Yes.
Just point out everywhere they've gone wrong. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, lots of places have gone wrong.
It's funny you say about schools. I had, as you well know of, because I've already said about it off air, I had parents' evening this evening.
Oh, you did? Yes.
And the first teacher we encountered, I mistook for a student.
Yeah, that can happen.
I'm like, I'm sorry, this woman, this 12-year-old is teaching my daughter. This is nonsense.
Yeah, I know. It does feel a bit like that, doesn't it?
It's like, yeah. Yeah, Kaylee is very much, oh, come on, Grandad, back in your box.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, I wasn't even saying it jokingly. I genuinely thought it was a student in just, they'd been to school, now they'd come back with their parents, but they dressed in their normal clothing.
Yeah, they weren't in uniform.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're the teacher.
It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah. I have had that similar experience. Yes. They do. Yes. Yeah. They're getting younger every year. I'm sure they are.
Well, yeah, let's go with that theory, shall we?
It can't be us, surely.
No.
Oh,
I tell you what, it can be. Some of the noises I make bending down now. The range is superb now on the noises.
Yeah. Getting into the car and closing the door, that's what
it's weird. I mean, because oh my God, we're digressing, but I do make a noise when I'm getting up, getting down, but I don't know why. I'm not in any discomfort.
No, you just do, don't you? It just begins. Yeah.
I feel like I'm prepping.
Yeah, for one day when it does hurt. You want to get the noise just right.
Yeah. That's mind you, with the Christmas calamities, I had some good practice on genuine noises, so that was good.
Oh, that's true. You did take a tumble or two, didn't you? Yes.
What a dickhead.
Yeah, I know. It didn't come as any surprise, did it?
No one's shocked. No, not at all. Right. Oh God. Right. What are we doing? Schools, teachers don't know anything.
We've covered that. A couple of times now. Yeah.
Teachers are too young.
Yeah. We got some new electric estate cars coming, which is lovely, and aerodynamics for beginners.
Yeah. That bit we should probably just not dwell on too much because that's a bloody mess.
Just leave that. Can I maybe take us into the world of Bond?
Oh, yeah. We've not been there for a while, and we're glossing over the fact we still not watched that bloody film.
We're really dragging our heels on that one, aren't we? We really need to get that sorted. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Duly noted. Yes, Mr. Bond, go for it.
Hello. There is a topic I'm stealing this topic from David Zaritsky at the Bond Experience on YouTube. I have not watched this episode because I didn't want to have any thoughts in mind, any sort of
preconceptions.
That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. In my mind. So I've just read the title. I haven't watched it yet, but I thought, that's something we could kick around.
Go on then.
And it's quite a simple topic, but I think we'll take a little bit of thought, as some of them do. Take each of the Bond actors.
Yep.
Which of their films, and there's one of them who you won't be able to take part in this.
I've grasped that one already.
In which of their films did they look the best?
Right. Okay, we're going to have to gloss over on the Manchester Secret Service. You're correct.
Yes, we are.
He looked the best in that one.
He did. He can't take part in this, I'm afraid.
No. Okay. Right. I would like to. I've got one in mind already.
Okay.
For I think nearly everything. That was really quick.
That was alarmingly quick. Yes.
Right. Okay. So start at the beginning. Connery.
Mr. Connery. It's not Never Say Never Again, is it?
No, it's not. No.
No, it's not.
No, it's not when a portly middle-aged man
with no hair
struggles to run about a bit. So, for me, I may be influenced by my choice of probably my film that I like the most as well. I think he looked. Yeah, I'm not. I thought about umming and ahhing. From Russia with Love.
Interesting. I would thoroughly agree with that. I think it's a close call with Goldfinger.
I think probably Goldfinger had the higher budget. It had the fancier wardrobe.
Well, it clearly did. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that's a fact. But
I think he presented extremely well from Russia with Love, and it was such a classy film.
It is classy, isn't it? It really is a classy film. It's a proper spy thriller, actually.
Exactly that.
It's a proper Cold War spy thriller. I think maybe it helped that Fleming was on the set for that one.
It certainly wouldn't hurt.
And it had lost the kind of awkwardness and the, how are we going to do this element that they had with Dr. No. I think Connery looked a bit more comfortable. He was more comfortable in the clothes.
Yes.
They got the tailoring spot on for him. And yeah, I think he looked the best in that one. He looked the most comfortable in that one.
Oh yeah.
It's a close run thing with Goldfinger.
That was where I was umming and ahhing, but I'm happy with my first choice though.
Yeah, I was going to say From Russia with Love for him. I think you go a bit further. Thunderball, certainly You Only Live Twice. He was starting to get a bit fed up with the whole thing.
Can't even have a shit in peace.
Exactly.
Yeah, that one.
That's that exactly. One. Yes, that was a direct quote from you. Yes. And of course, by Diamonds Are Forever, he just
let it all hang out.
Just in it for the money. So I concur with your first choice. Yeah.
Right. Okay then. You'd better do the initial suggestion for Roger Moore.
I will.
Honorary one.
We can't do Mr. Lazenby. So for Roger,
I know my decision, but let's see if you get it right.
Okay. I'm gonna say The Man with the Golden Gun.
It's close. It was my. I'm in an R indecision, that one. Yes. It's really close.
I bet you're gonna. Well, in that case, you'll say
But which way is it? Ooh.
I'm gonna say you have gone with The Spy Who Loved Me.
Correct.
Yes, I thought you might. And again, tough call.
Yeah. I'm not going to disagree with you vehemently because I was on the fence, shall we say?
I mean, those films were a few years apart. More so than any of his others. I think he's again like Connery and Dr. No. I think in Live and Let Die, although the film didn't have the awkwardness that I think Dr. No can suffer from in places, and it was clearly a bigger budget film. I think Roger's he looks a little bit too young in it. I don't think he was. I think he looks a little bit too young in it.
Well, as we discussed before, him and Connery were actually the same age pretty much, weren't they?
They were, believe it or not, although Roger looked a lot younger.
He was somewhat fresher faced, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He was. So I just think Golden Gun. He really is. He's clearly enjoying it. I just think he looks right there. I think he's got a bit of a tan on.
He's got the swagger. The thing that probably swayed it for me was, do you know what? The Spy Who Loved Me was just staggeringly suave in all of the outfits because it was all over it. And
he was.
The wardrobe was so 70s it hurt.
It was extremely. It's an incredibly 70s movie.
It is. I mean, you've got flares and lapels that have your bloody eye out.
It's true. Wonderful. I mean, he wasn't wearing anything extreme. It's just that was the look of the day. It was 1977. It was the height of it. The big kipper ties and it's all there, isn't it?
But yeah, that's it for me. It was just pulled off. Just bang on. Can't fault it.
What a magnificent craft. Such lovely lines. Yes, all of that sort of thing. He was clearly really enjoying himself. That's very obvious. It's a tough call, that.
We'll agree to disagree because I think we both enjoy each other's choice.
Yeah, very much. I could equally go with Spy Who Loved Me, I think, but for me, Golden Gun. Golden Gun's a film I've got a bit of a soft spot for anyway, as we've said before.
Yes, of course.
I think, for me, it just edges it in terms of the look. But no, I completely see why you would choose Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah. I feel like I've been gifted an easy choice next.
You maybe, yes.
Because we've got two films to pick from, and the only one we're picking is The Living Daylights.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, I agree entirely.
Because again, it was all of that Cold War espionage, defections, all of that, agents, double agents, stuff going on.
It's a proper spy thriller.
And he was suave, distinguished, and even though we were in the height of the 80s, it didn't feel like it. He was so impeccably dressed.
It doesn't feel like an 80s movie. That movie has not dated.
No, at no point did he rock up in a shell suit.
Nope, none of that.
No, nothing. No.
It's interesting that film, it hasn't dated yet. The one that followed it has, horrifically.
Yeah, I think the reason that dated is because not so much the later portion of the film, but the early bits, the Miami stuff. That really, like, come on, that's a bit on the nose, isn't it? For 80s,
isn't it? It's really 80s. Yeah. It's got a cheapness to it, that film, as well.
Yeah.
Which Living Daylights doesn't have. I also think, the Savile Row tailoring helps because it's a classic style. It doesn't, Savile Row doesn't pay any attention to fashions and, changing trends and different opinions on things. It is what it is.
No, it's reasonably consistent, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a classic style that just is. And because that's what Bond wears, I think that helps. Although Roger obviously went a different way with some of his.
Are you thinking safari suits, perchance?
I might be.
Yes. Good.
No safari suits for Mr. Dalton, fortunately.
No,
but there's no contest with his two. It is The Living Daylights.
No, whereas I feel you're going to lead us into one that is a little more fraught with tough decision making.
This could be.
I've decided, but I would be very interested to see what you think.
Yes. Now, there's two choices for me here.
Interesting. I could see why that would be the case, and I'm clinging to the fact you've picked the correct two.
For me, the choice comes down to either GoldenEye or The World Is Not Enough.
Correct. Well done.
Now, which one of them is it?
In
terms, now we are focusing on the appearance of our lead character here.
I know where I'm going to go. There you go.
Both films featured the tailoring of Brioni from Italy, and that was the suits that Brosnan wore in all his films. Again, a very Savile Row inspired style of tailoring. However, I think when it actually comes down to it, I like some of the stuff he wears, and I like the more confident look of World Is Not Enough, but I think I've just now decided I'm going to go with GoldenEye.
Interesting. That's not the way I went in my head.
I think because you went for The World Is Not Enough.
I did, yes.
Yeah, I nearly did.
You used you said all sort of in despite of all the confidence that he builds in the later ones, going, well, that's actually not in despite. That's exactly the reason. You think of that opening scene right at the beginning of The World Is Not Enough in the banker's office.
Yes.
Now that's a man who's comfortable in his role.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. He's got a. Yeah, I mean, it's all in that scene, isn't it?
It is, and on one thing, I think Brosnan had built up his physique a little bit because he was. I'm not saying he was a skinny rake in GoldenEye, but he hadn't gone full action hero at that point.
Bit of heading in the Chubster direction for Tomorrow Never Dies, though.
That's what we didn't pick that one, but I'm just saying he brought it back for The World Is Not Enough.
Yeah, I might be persuaded to change my mind on this one, which I don't usually. I particularly the scene in M's office. Where he gets the stuff on his fingers and King, the money, and he runs off downstairs. And then we have the chase on the Thames in the boat. That sequence particularly, I mean, I love the suit he's wearing in that. It's a charcoal grey pinstripe 3-piece. Very, very nice.
It's up there for, without a doubt, the best pre-credit sequence or pre-title sequence.
It is. It's a brilliant chase sequence, that. He does have a good look in that film. He is really at ease with the role. I think he was enjoying it. That one has a good story. Very good story.
Really good story.
Yeah. Strong script, strong supporting cast. I could be persuaded to change my mind. The reason I was thinking of GoldenEye was because there was a bit of an effort with that one to make it a kind of have the feel of a classic Bond film, even though it was set in the 90s. And I think the look in that, they were trying a lot of the sort of Bond tropes in that, the dinner suit, the blazer that looks like it could be a naval uniform, but it isn't, the gold buttons, that kind of stuff, the cravat when driving the car, all that. And I know it's not just about the clothes, but it's a big part of Bond's world is the tailored clothes. I could be persuaded to change my mind there and go, well, is that enough? Yeah.
Should we discuss the next set of films while you mull that one over?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, right. So we're on to modern Bond, a certain lady's favourite Bond.
Apparently so.
So.
And who we may be stuck with forever.
Yeah, maybe the Bond, I'm afraid.
Yes.
Right, I sort of played this over in my head a bit, and there are two contenders, but I think we have a clear winner. And I mean, disagree with me if you want to. I don't think you will actually on this one, but it's Skyfall.
I was going to say Skyfall. Right. Yeah.
It's good. Right.
Yeah.
And just to satisfy your curiosity, because I know you will be curious, the one that was in second place, probably not in contention for the win, would be Spectre.
The only thing I would say, I have a slight problem with the tailoring in Skyfall and Spectre that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in Casino Royale and Quantum.
Done.
In that the suits have become slim fit, and we have the introduction of a collar pin behind the knot of the tie that creates that sort of pinched collar look.
Yeah.
Hate that. Hate it with a passion. Hate it. And I don't think Bond would wear it because it's too fussy. It's too fiddly. You get into a fight, you've got a bit of metal there. He wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Fleming never did it. Fleming never wore anything like that.
Interesting.
I don't like it. I think it's wrong for Bond. I think he'd have a more classic look. It's too American.
Is it? Okay. See, I don't mind it.
The slim fit, all right. He's got the figure. I can't slim fit, really.
We're just fucking envious at this point.
Yes. But it was a popular look at the time. It's beginning to go a bit again now, but at the time, it was. But the collar pin, I have a real problem with. It shouldn't be there. And it's present in Skyfall and Spectre. It's not present in Casino or Quantum.
Interesting.
It's a normal colour. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't know why it's there. Well, I guess Tom Ford, who did the tailoring for those later films, chose it, but don't like it. Shouldn't be there.
Okay, that's all right. Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
Having said that, despite that, overlooking that slight, in my opinion, tailoring faux pas, I would say the overall look that Bond has in Skyfall is spot on. I think there's a confidence there. He doesn't have the sort of he's more experienced. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Green. He's a bit more relaxed into it. The antagonism with M has thawed, and I just think, by the time we get to Skyfall, and Skyfall generally is just a fantastic film anyway.
It really is. It's exceptional. And it is the correct choice, I think. And I don't mind the faux pas that you've suggested there.
I can overlook it, but it does bother me slightly whenever I see it because I just think it's wrong for Bond.
Yeah, I mean, you can overlook it. That's fine. I probably, I know it's poncy on my part, but I don't mind it because I have some.
I very specifically don't. I don't like it at all. Don't like it, so never have. I think it's, I don't know, it just makes the knot of the tie goes a funny shape, and I just don't like it. But it's personal taste, isn't it?
It is.
But when it comes to Bond, I think it's wrong for practical reasons. It's too fiddly.
I would probably agree. I mean, I tend to wear it if I go to weddings, and it's not really much chance of coming across sort of a henchman while I'm there.
Indeed, you're not likely to be having a punch up to the death in the toilets. However, I mean, it's possible.
I mean, if the wedding,
if someone
it can be a little
pint,
heated.
It's possible. Yes.
Oh, then there will be a rumble if a fresh pint is not forthcoming immediately.
It's kicking off in there. Yeah. Although you may decide to take the tie off first. But see, that was where the turn-back cuff. Double cuff shirts came from in the Connery films and in the early Roger Moores. Little footnote: Roger Moore also wore them in The Persuaders. From the London Taylor, Turnbull and Asser. They developed it so that he could still have the smart look of a double cuff shirt, but it was quick to take on, quick to take off. Didn't require the fiddliness of a metal cufflink. And again, I think introducing all that back in is wrong for Bond. He wants to look smart, he wants to look sharp, but he's also a man of action, and he doesn't want to be messing about with cufflinks and collar pins and
I think it's wrong. I think that's correct.
It's wrong for Bond. Yeah, it's wrong for Bond. Whether you like them or not is your personal choice. I personally do not. I actually had to wear a suit this week, so I had to go to a funeral. And I chose my grey 3-piece with the lapel waistcoat.
But the crucial question that we all need to ask there, because I've been through it too in recent times, is could you do it up?
Yes, I could. I could.
But when you did it up, would you describe it as weaponized?
It was on the edge.
Yeah, it's one of those ones.
It's a sturdy garment.
However, it's one of those ones where you go, right, I went to a wedding not so long ago, and I managed to get into the suit, but I've done it up and I was like, fucking hell, I'm going to be in this for 8 hours. If that button goes, I'm going to kill someone.
That's the velocity like a bullet. Someone's been shot in the church.
Oh,
I'm just sorry. It's just Grandad's waistcoat. Let go.
Yeah, it's all right.
Didn't take it another second. No, I was okay. I mean, I wasn't in it for 8 hours, a couple of hours. I mean, it's a funeral, not a wedding.
No, you're
But
not.
no, it's okay. It's on the edge. I think if I gain any more, it's going to be a problem. But it's okay. It just about it'll do it.
Okay.
It'll do it.
We're all right.
Yeah. I did have to forego the pasties at the wake. Obviously, you got to be sensible about these things. You can't be stuffing any more in.
Oh, I miss pasties.
Sobriety, I don't know.
Well, pastry sobriety. Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh
my God. Right.
Anyway,
okay.
we have drifted somewhat from.
We have. But we made it really.
But we're choosing Skyfall for Mr. Craig. Yes.
And I know what I've chosen for Mr. Brosnan. We just need to circle back and see if you've been swayed.
Yeah, I have been swayed. I'm going to choose.
Okay.
World's Not Enough.
God, we are reasonably in line there. Other than Roger Moore.
Other than Roger, but we were
clean
close.
Sweep.
We were close with that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would I change my mind with Roger as well?
No, you seem pretty adamant about that one.
No, I wouldn't. I'm going to stay with Golden Gun on that one. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well.
Yes.
It would be.
I think I'm right in saying that is the only film. Oh, now hang on. There, give me a minute. Is Golden Gun the only film in which Bond wears a double-breasted suit?
Dear. You see, I'm not sure.
I think it might be. Let me think here.
Nothing leaps to mind. We're gonna. I think Google's gonna have to be our friend here.
You may be. There were double-breasted suits worn by a number of the other actors in publicity shots, but I'm thinking of Mr. Brosnan particularly. But I'm thinking of actually on screen. On screen. His overcoat in Live and Let Die is double-breasted, but it's not. That's not his suit. He wore a number of double-breasteds in Golden Gun.
Fortunately, someone
will have looked into this, so I won't be the first person to consider this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you are entirely correct on Golden Gun, but have we got a screenshot here from Live and Let Die, where they're about to get on the train, where Felix is seeing them off.
Oh, yes, you're right. That is double-breasted. It's a grey double-breasted.
Yes, yes. There we go.
You're quite correct. Quite correct.
I can't lay claim to that one, but that is.
No, you're right. It's almost Golden Gun. No, it's right at the end of Live and Let Die.
But this article concurs. We've got nothing else to go on, other than mentioning other characters.
Other characters have, and other actors were seen in double-breasted suits in publicity shots. I can think of a couple with Brosnan.
But definitely,
but not on screen.
Yeah.
But not on screen. There is a book I would like to recommend on this subject, actually, called "Dressed to Kill: James Bond, the Suited Hero." Okay. It's one of my Bibles, and it's.
I mean, the similarities are shockingly.
Oh yes, it's a really interesting book, and it's all about the tailoring of James Bond. Mm-hmm. It's worth a read, but
I won't knock that. I'll go and have a look. But yeah, okay, right. Well, good. We've strayed heavily into the world of. Well, I would say men's fashion, but it's not your everyday fashion, is it? We are really on trend here, aren't we?
Oh, I think so. We're covering stuff no one else is.
That's it. Yeah, that's me sitting here in my outfit of choice. I very rarely change out of jeans and a hoodie, so yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's the daily uniform, isn't it? Really, but as I say, this came up, and I did have to don a suit this week. So
okay, yeah, we're on point. That's good.
Yeah, seemed appropriate.
Good. So we've tackled cars. We've got idiots in bad weather, Puma's off way on the mend.
Electric estate cars coming.
Teachers can't teach, and the world of men's fashion. Bloody hell, we got it all, haven't we?
Oh.
Yeah. Right. Well, tune in for next week. Then we have absolutely no idea what it'll be, but it'll be informative.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.